24 weeks have led us to the night. Welcome to the Inspired Cup Series from Homestead, and welcome to the championship finale. Garrett James up here in the booth as always, bringing the coverage for tonight, voiced back to a degree, and ready to get started for tonight. Right now, Logan Pug, top of the board. Will Hoyt, Siders, Colton Ward, the first of the final four. Fourth, and Jack Sadaway, fifth. That being said, short time here for a countdown to green, so we're going to go ahead and breeze through it pretty quick. But before we do, we are going to try to get a word with the final four, and if we have time permitting, we will have time to get a couple more drivers in for interviews tonight. With that being said, just going to pick a random number. It does not matter. Hell, we're going to go through the Falcon Motorsports drivers. First off with the man who 32 weeks ago was in this very same spot, did not walk out the way he hoped it did. He'll come into tonight as the regular season points leader. He has pretty much had a stellar playoff run up until then with 9 top 5s, 18 top 10s, 2 poles, and 2 wins tonight. Get a word with Elijah Fisher. Elijah Fisher, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're back to a place where 32 weeks ago it did not end the way Elijah Fisher wanted it to, nor planned it to. You've had 32 weeks to sit on that night. What is going to be the pivotal point tonight, and what is it going to take to get to the top of the mountain?
It's going to take a lot of determination. Last week there were some things that, not last week, but last time, there were things that were my fault and things that were out of our control. Just getting to this point, honestly, is a very humbling experience, and it's an honor to just be able to get back into the Final Four. And I think tonight, it's just going to take any lessons you've learned over the course of your career, things in the season, to really just come together and put it to the front tonight. We got to be perfect on pit road. We got to be perfect on track and hitting our marks tonight. And it's just, like I said, it's got to take a lot of determination.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully when it's said and done, we will talk to you at the end of this thing. And I'm about to put in Joe on track Final Four required post-race. So, regardless, we'll talk to you at the end of the night, but we'll see if it's at the top of the mountain.
All right, we'll see if I'm Brad Kozlowski 2012. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
So Elijah Fisher getting ready to roll out tonight. The next one we will talk to. And that's what we will talk to with 15 minutes remaining, as right now Logan Pug, Ward, Kay Cannon, Pacey, Widget, and Ty Mosley, the top 5. Let's talk to Elijah Fisher's teammate, the driver who will come into tonight with 7 podiums, 11 top 5, 15 top 10s, 4 poles, ties for the most with Colton Ward tonight. And let's talk to the man who, one season ago, had to fall second to Shane Harr. And like his teammate Elijah Fisher, has waited 32 weeks to have another shot at the top of the mountain. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
Well, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked your teammate Elijah Fisher. It has been 32 weeks since the last time we were here in Homestead, Miami. But I have got to ask. The last time we were here, unlike you and Elijah's, I'm going to try to put this nicely. Unlike Elijah's timeout last year in this scenario, you had to settle finishing second to Shane Harr after what was one of the most consistent seasons to date. You're here now, 32 weeks later. First off, what is the nerves? And based off of practice, what is the expectations for the 43 tonight to try to get the job done?
Well, that's a tough question, honestly. Ran about 10 laps right now. The car doesn't feel terrible. I'm not going for straight up speed, I think throughout this race, you're going to need to manage your stuff and take care of your tires. And I think that's kind of how it was last time we were here at Homestead. I actually went back and I watched a lot of footage of the lines that Shane, Colton, Aaron, all those guys were running. And I tried to get as much onboard footage as I could, just where they were lifting, how they were managing the throttle, what they were doing in traffic. So I did a lot of that, and I just tried to run laps to feel where the car was comfortable. So I know on the speed chart we're not the highest up right now, but I feel like in the race we're going to be managing our stuff as best we can. Obviously, we're going to be putting in everything we can to it as well. We're not just going to, fly over and try to let the race happen around us. We're going to be, putting it all on the line here, but I think you got to try to preserve your stuff a little bit, at least on those longer runs, because it seems like staying out later and hitting later might be the key to having a good race, kind of what I saw last time, at least when I was watching the old broadcast. So I'm feeling really good tonight. I wasn't as sure on Saturday, but just getting into practice now. I feel like we're going to have a decent night tonight. Obviously, we have 3 other really fast guys that we're going to be racing for this championship. But, I'm really confident in our 43 car, and no matter what happens, I think we're going to have a good night, and we're going to end the season off as strong as we can.
Well, Mike Hauser, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, where we are, if you look in the general chat, there we'll be talking to you at the end of the night, win, lose, or draw. But best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when we talk to you, be at the top of the mountain.
That's what I'm hoping for too, Garrett. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Best of luck tonight, Mike.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep. If we can get a hold of Travis Farmer, he will be up next. If I have to call him directly on the broadcast. I don't think that I won't. Hey, yo, Aaron. You got a copy, buddy? Let Travis know I'm ready for his interview tonight, and have fun being my pit reporter.
I don't even know what track this is in.
Well, while we got a moment right now, Pacey, which is still top of the board. Of course, this guy, dude, if he could dedicate if he had the time to run full time, Lord have mercy, the complexion of how this would change will be baffling considering the run that this cat has been on. Right now, 23 drivers on track, and the way it looks, they will be the 23 drivers we will have tonight Alright. Next up. I would not say he is one of the sleepers in the Final Four, always a threat. No matter where we go. He'll walk into tonight, as of right now, with 8 podium finishes, 11 top 5s, 10 top 10s, 1 pole tonight. And this is his first Final Four appearance in the Inspired Cup Series. Travis Farmer and Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I will need you here post race as well. Just putting that out there. But
Yeah, I just don't have Discord running when I'm racing. It makes my VR skip. That's the only reason.
that's fine. But I will ask you a question. Honestly, I should have asked the other two, but I'm going to ask you, being I feel like you might be one of the better ones to ask. Tonight, got a lot of fast guys. Right now, you're 15th quickest with a 32.748. I want to ask you, though, is tonight for the Final Four, is this more win the race and win the championship, or above all else, it don't matter if you finish second, third, fourth? Is tonight more about just finishing ahead of the other three?
I mean, I would like to win, yeah, but I'm just happy to be here, man. Win or lose, I mean, I've had a heck of a season. I've enjoyed every bit of it. I mean, yeah, of course I want to win, but you know, it don't really matter. It's been a good season. I'm happy, but I would love to.
As for tonight, how is the track first off handling? Is it more of a bit of a loose condition, or is it just there's a certain preference that some drivers have for tonight? Really, what, like, car handling wise, where is it at for the 13?
It feels pretty good. It's just a little bit loose coming out of 3 and 4, but other than that, the car feels good tonight. I think it's going to be a pretty close race.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when we talk to you after the race, you will be
All
at
right,
the
buddy,
top of the mountain.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Best of luck tonight.
All right, you too. Have a good one.
You too, bud. Last but most definitely not least, Colt Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hello.
What a hell of a season it has been for the Sporky. Allow me to read off a couple stats for you, not to boost your ego or nothing like that. 10 podiums, 12 top 5s, 14 top 10s, 4 poles, tying Mike Hauser with the most tonight. And you enter tonight with a staggering 7 wins of the season in Cup alone. We've talked a lot about it. 1 week last season sooner could have probably changed the whole complexion. We could have been looking at a chance for a two-peat tonight. But you're here now. I will ask you 2 questions. First one, what is it going to come down to? Do you feel like you're going to have to win the race to win the championship? Or is tonight just stay ahead of the other 3?
Oh yeah, I think it's just try and stay ahead of the other 3.
Well, buddy, my second question, and I might put you on the spot here. If you had the other 3 drivers in here right now, what would you say to them?
Leave me alone.
It is going to be a fun night. Colt Ward, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully when it's all said and done, we'll talk to you out on top of the mountain.
All right.
I swear I cannot take this Joker seriously because he gives the straight one-line answers. Aaron, how the hell do you put up with him as a teammate in any other league?
Oh, we just goof around. Feel like that's what makes me and Colton good teammates is we just goof. Like we both like understand our strengths and weaknesses, and we just
Oh, buddy. It's going to be a wild night tonight.
It is.
Let's see if we can get a couple more drivers in here. Logan Pug, Gary Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good, of course. Very few starts underneath the night. But Final Four night, understanding you're not a part of the Final Four. But how is a good run tonight going to change? How can a good run tonight work out when we're here next season in Daytona for the Inspire 250 for Season 3?
Yeah, I mean, just putting together another solid run. Just being aware of your surroundings with the Final Four, but just running your own race. If I can stay within the top 5 again this race, you just have something to build on for next season. If I do choose to run some more races, then yeah, that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. And we're sitting here third in practice, so the car is good. I'm in a Toyota this week, but I'm looking forward to it tonight. It's going to be a fun one.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. I'll let you get ready for qualifying here. Coming up here shortly. Hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Talked to a couple drivers whose championships have came to an end. One in particular, the heartbreaking night last week in Darlington for the driver under number 9 who had to face the reality that he would not be competing for a championship tonight. Kay Cannon, Gary James up here at broadcast booth. Guy, copy, buddy.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Well, last week was bittersweet to say the least. But I will ask you this question that I wanted to ask you last week, but you were gone. It's been a hell of a season. It's been a hell of a 2026. I understand I'm not supposed to swear on the broadcast, but that is the best way to put how Kay Cannon opened up 2026. Is tonight more about winning the race, or if you can, try to get the Loners their first championship in the Inspire Cup Series?
Honestly, I think it's kind of both. You want my complete honest answer? I think it's if I can go for the win, I'm gonna go for it. And at the same time, if I can do that while even trying to help a teammate, whether that's giving a little bit of a bump draft, or a little bit of draft, no matter where it is here and there, and get him to help him win the championship, I will do it. Now, if it comes down between me and him winning this race, I'll admit I ain't gonna lay over for him. I'm gonna full send it. But I do believe though, no matter which way, I'm gonna try to go for a win and also help the best I can.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Let's see, what time do I have? 36. Say I we'll pull in a couple more drivers. Robert Wellhoy, Gary James up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Well, you kind of slipped up, said the news earlier in the night. This will be the last run for the Full Throttle Union. I will ask you this question then. Despite taking ownership role midway through the season, unfortunately losing Brent Hammerhand and a couple others, how will you look back on this season as a team owner? What are some of the things you'll take away from this season going into next season?
Kind of inheriting that team owner role and stuff. It was kind of nice. It was sad to see Brent go. but definitely, was proud of how fast and consistently Thomas and Josh was up front. We halfway through the season we brought Ryan in and to fill that open spot, and been working with him a lot, and he's improved quite a bit. He's starting to show pace now towards the end of the season. So just a learning for everybody and working on the teamwork and stuff. I would say even though points wise wasn't a success completely, but morale wise couldn't be even prouder.
Yeah, buddy. Best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir.
Right now, Mike Nitty Jr. be the first one to lay down a lap. Todd Mosley up next right now. Going to keep focus on the 52 machine. Got 5 minutes to post 2 laps, and already 2 minutes 15 seconds already gone. There's going to be something to keep an eye on the final 4. Nitty across the line. To set the time, 32.811. Todd Mosley right behind him. Jason Williams. Down to 4, Jax Hadaway. Up to 5th, H&W Motorsports. 2nd, 4th, and 5th as of right now. Elijah Fisher, one of the final 4 drivers on the track. Todd Mosley, top of the board, 6:07. Bobby Holloman, 33 and 193, good enough for 5th. All right, the first of the final 4 drivers. Fisher across the line, the first lap, 32.740. Third quickest for Fisher. Travis Farmer looks to be next. Logan Pug, top, second quickest, 6:18. Cannon slides in, 8th quickest. And across the line, Travis Farmer's first lap, 32.940. 7th quickest. Matt Siders jumps up to 4th. All right now, Colt Ward still yet to run. Mike Hauser on the just pulling out onto the racetrack. Fisher's second quickest, 5:63. $7.32 for Travis Farmer. He'll be 7th quickest. Pacey Widget, second lap, second quickest. Mike Hauser, Colt Ward rolling out. Matter of fact, Mike Hauser on his first lap. Down the back straightaway right now, the final 4, 2 of them 6, 4th and 10th. Ben Knert, third quickest, 5:37. $32.652 for Hauser, the first lap, 8th quickest. Colton Ward. Across the line. 33 seconds remaining. 9:43, 15th quickest for Colton Ward. He may have enough time. Hauser across the line. That second lap was slower. For 14 seconds for Colt Ward. Make it 10. Racing the clock and racing for a top spot. 3, 2, 1. Ward across the line, barely. 4:19, second quickest for Colton Ward. And he timed it perfectly. All right. Real quick. Starting lineup for tonight's season finale. From Homestead, Miami, Logan Pug, Colton Ward rolling off from the front row. Pacey Widget and Ben Knert, row 2. Hernandez, Elijah Fisher, the second of the final 4, rolls off from the 6th spot. Ty Mosley, King Cannon, rolls off row 4. Mike Hauser, the third of the final 4 drivers, rolls off next to Mike Nitty Jr. Robert Will Hoyt, Matt Siders, row 6. Row 7, Travis Farmer, 13th. Next to him, Jackson Hadaway. Chris Soda, Jason Williams, rolls off from row 8, row 9. Stephen Henning Jr. in his final run for Inspired Motorsports, along with Tyler Stone and Matt Siders. Speaking of Stone, rolls off from row 20, or from the 20th spot. Bobby Hadaway, 21st. Aaron Stanton, 22nd. Hot Shot Henderson, Ryan Hendon leader, rolls off from row 12. $156 laps. At the end of it, one driver will walk out of here to champion. The other 3 will think about what could have been, and will have to wait another long, grueling season to have a chance back for a championship. For Elijah Fisher and Mike Hauser tonight, it is nothing but redemption after coming up short last year. Of course, Elijah Fisher involved in an incident that would take him out of contention completely before halfway. And Mike Hauser did everything he could to try to knock off Shane Hoare, as did Hot Shot Josh Henderson and Mike Hauser. And speaking of Mike Hauser, as the final 4 will ascend the front row, had to take that second place, and for a long time it ate at Mike Hauser for a while. He came into this season wanting to win, but once he got over the wanting to win and just try to finish these races to keep his playoff shot alive, he was able to pop off 2 wins this season. Both Falcon Motorsports drivers looking for redemption tonight. Travis Farmer in the 13 Monster Energy machine, his first playoff appearance and Final 4 appearance. 2 wins for him this season. Looking to try to get one more and add a championship, but set at top of the show and have said it all season. For Colton Ward, last season missed out on being eligible for the playoffs by 1 week. However, made a case that coming into this season, he was going to be the one to beat. 7 wins this season to win this driver, next to Shane Hoare. Tonight for Colton Ward, it has been a hell of a season for the 42. However, I got to say, and this is me trying not to be as unbiased as ever, if Colton Ward does not win tonight, it will go down as one of the biggest heartbreaks in a lot of people's eyes tonight. The stage is set. 4 drivers, winner take all. You don't have to win the race, you just got to beat the other 3. We can't get a couple last second interviews before we go green here. They're going to delay the caution. All right, Steven, hold on now. Hold on. We're not going to do this. We're going to do this different.
You can say whatever you want.
A final race with me as your team owner and Teresa, of course. It was not the season Stephen Henning Jr. expected or wanted, but nonetheless, it was a playoff appearance, and it had some strong moments. How will you look back at this season? How do you look forward going into the next season?
Just hanging out with a hell of a group of guys over here in the team. Just chilling every time, and every time we have some issues, we all work it out, and just gonna miss hanging out with these boys over here. I know they're going to one hell of a place over there next season, so.
All right, buddy. Best of luck tonight. End this one with a bang.
Thank you, buddy. You have a good night up there.
You too, boss man. Going to Paul Menard Racing next season. You can get one more word. Hot shot. Josh Henderson, Gary James up here at broadcast booth. Guy, copy, buddy. Oh, for Christ's sakes, he still ain't got this microphone fixed. Try this one more time here. Hot shot Henderson, Garrett James up here at broadcast booth. Guy, copy, buddy. All right, we'll try him back a little bit later on. Well, Aaron, I know you're a fast guy and all that. If you're any one of these Final Four guys, what's going through your head right now, get ready to go?
Just gonna try to understand how to manage the race. Hold on, Elijah's talking to me.
Well, you're good. Take your time. I'm about to get ready for the start here. We'll elaborate on this later on. All right. The field finally coming down for the start. Logan Pug, Colton Ward, Bransdown. We are rolling. The final 156 laps of the season is green. Fisher already off the wall. Keeps it straight, no harm, no foul. Meanwhile, Colton Ward and Logan still side by side. The field rockets off of turn 4 at the line. Give it to Colton Ward barely. All right, now Ward with a power move on the outside. Colton Ward already up to the top spot. Ward, Pug, Thomas Hernandez. Unsure where he will be going next season. Right now trying to put on a show. And he's going to try to block Cannon. Kenny Cannon down to the bottom. Cannon able to get back up to the third spot. Bit of a side note here. I'm glad I got my voice back up to put that boom factor into it. And right now, Cannon already up to third, already up 5 spots from where he started tonight. Jackson Hadaway already up 6. Right now, the final 4. 1st, 7th, 9th, and 11th. Right on board with Mike Hauser. There you go, right tail. Does not look like might possibly be some handling issues already for Hauser. Already dropped back 2 spots. Long race. 156 laps. It is a long race to try to figure out something for your car. And Cade Cannon already around Colt Ward. I think Cannon tonight is going to be redemption from last week. Right now Ward battles back to the bottom again. And you can take this top, damn. You can take this top 10 and throw them under a blanket. If that ain't big enough, you can take one of the quilts and throw it over them. Right now, 3x3, all further back. Get a look for the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Blimp camera. Right now, Hernandez going to look to the bottom of the 01. Right now, side by side for the championship already. Elijah Fisher, Colt Ward, Jackson Hadaway off the wall a little bit. Hernandez thought about, oh! Puts Fisher on the wall. And you see, I think Hernandez was unsure of where he wanted to go. I think he was unsure of, do I want to block this or hold the line? I think a little bit of nerves got to the 77. No harm, no foul. Fisher able to battle back. Jackson Hadaway right in front of a big Canert for 0 Delta in that 46 machine. Hell of a night so far going for Canert. Fisher sends it in hard into 3 again. So have to be careful got to stay in the tires the best he can right now. Cade Cannon still holding the lead 2x2 down the back straightaway. Hernandez knows, tonight is show up. They haven't going to run a lot like a lot of these drivers are. As right now, it is Chevrolet, Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet, the top 5. Right on board with Cade Cannon. Logan's going to drop it right down to the bottom again. And Colt Ward just in front of that whole hornet's nest back there. The 01 dove in great. Had a great run off the corner. However, not quite to clear. Cannon yet. He's going to set it up again. Maybe not. Hernandez dives to the bottom. Ty Mosley up in 21 AC Delco machine. Having another great run. Had a hell of a run last week, finishing 3rd in Darlington. Right now, Ward saving tire right now. See a lot of guys walked to the garage earlier. Guys we're talking about to run the outside lane. It's obviously the preferred lane, but you run the bottom, you want to save some tires. Fisher to the bottom, 3 wide. Right now, I think between Fisher and Ward, right now, they're both trying to understand each other's car, find the strong suit, find the weaknesses. And really just a power gain right now. Travis Farmer holding on to 11th and Mike Hauser 13th. Cade Cannon going for a lead again. Logan crosses him over. Jackson Hadaway has been on fire since the playoffs started. Unfortunately, was eliminated after Richmond. But nonetheless, the number 8 firing all cylinders, Cannon into the wall a little bit. It's going to allow Logan Bug to get right back to the outside. Hernandez way to the bottom. And it's going to dive it 3 wide. That 77 is on a mission, but so is everybody else. Not involved in this Final Four to show up. make a name for themselves. If they ain't got another team lined up next year, now's the time to show, hey, you look at me. Right now, Logan, Cannon, Hernandez, Jackson, Hadaway, Colt Ward still in control of this championship. Pacey Widget, man, what can you say about 00? Has been on fire since coming back to the Inspire Racing League. The 00 trying to show his way here. Gonna dive it to the bottom of Hernandez. And gonna make it stick, maybe. Oh, he will. Colt Ward's gonna follow right in his tire tracks. But they're using up every inch of this track so far. And right now in the final 4, you can see them there. Partially in the screen. Fastest 5 for 5 so far. Joe White, Pacey Widget, Jackson Hadaway, Jason Williams, and Mike Hauser with a 33.6 on the fastest 5-lap average. Fastest lap of the race so far. Cade Cannon holds that spot. Elijah Fisher, Ward, Tyler Stowe, Robert Wilhoit. Right now, Pacey Widget going to make it 3 wide. Thought about making it 3 wide. He's going to look underneath Hernandez again. Further back, Hot Shot Henderson making his way up through the field up to 13th. Henderson, not a part of the Final 4 this year, had in what was considered a walk-off clutch win last season in North Wilkesboro. Put Josh Henderson's name in the Final 4. Unfortunately, it was not in the cards this year. But 2 straight wins in the Inspire 250 at Daytona and Rockingham to start the season. And Hot Shot has had arguably, despite the, and some could say, lackluster second half, it was still a career year for Henderson. Right now, he is all over the back bumper of Elijah Fisher. Farmer to his outside. And Fisher's fell back to 11th, along with Hauser in 10th. And Travis Farmer right now 13th. And Josh Henderson out to the bottom of Elijah Fisher. Right now, we've actually gone further than what we did last season as far as the green flag run. So again, tires will start to play a factor. And of course, my colleague pit race reporter, which I think that might be coming to an end after this race. But understand at what point our tires going to start to fall off here.
Well, right now it's probably the transition period. I see a lot of the tire save guys already just coasting on the bottom, essentially. So they know what's up. We're about to get into a long run. They're just right around on the bottom. And you got, Jackson up there just wide and handsome, just destroying his tires. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Kane Cannon right down to the bottom. Pacey Widget again. 135 laps to go. Cannon hard into the wall. Able to keep it straight. But I say, King Cannon wins the night. I ain't got a problem going to Hooters. I'll get me a Sprite with Jackson Attaway with it. Right now, Colton Ward battling Ben Knertz. Final 4. 6th, 8th, 12th, and 16th. Elijah Fisher falling off the pace a little bit. Right now, Josh Harrison, your biggest mover of the race. Give me 1 second, just caught something. There we go. Josh Harrison, biggest mover of the race so far. Jackson Attaway, King Cannon, Joe White, Jason Williams, your biggest movers so far. I apologize for all the noise if you're hearing it in the background, by the way. Ryan Hendon leader, Nor Aaron Stanton took the green flag tonight. They're both done for tonight. Right now, battle for the lead. Pacey Widget all over Logan Pug for the first spot. He's got it. Oh! Jackson and Colton off the wall. No harm, no foul. Mike Hauser. Well, Aaron Stanton mentioned the ones who have been saving tire versus the ones who haven't. Mike Hauser for the first time tonight trying to say, I want to lead this Final 4 for a change. Right now, even though he still has to keep Colton Ward at bay. 3 wide. Henderson to the inside of Ward. Oh, a little bit of contact between Henderson and Colton. No harm, no foul. Hauser going right in the bottom. Right now, Hauser 3 wide on the bottom. Oh! Hang on to her. Henderson ain't taking prisoners tonight. That's going to drop Henderson back all the way outside the top 5 in a big time. I think Colton got away with one there. But right now, at the front, Mike Hauser in control of the Final 4. so far. 32 laps green. These start, and I can almost guarantee you some of these drivers already praying for a caution. Some probably trying to plan out their next strategy call. Elijah Fisher, however, I'm not too sure if this is a strategy call or playing it safe or whatever the deal is. But the 16 off the pace. Last time by. Actually, we're going to see what it is right here. Oh, into the wall. So right now, 34.9 to 34.4. Remember, him and Hernandez had contact earlier in the race. So now you have got the question, is there possible damage to that 16 machine? As right now he drops to 20th. Whatever the deal may be, he's going to have to figure out how to fix it. And fix it quick before these first round of pit stops happen. And I really do not hear the 16 really saving a little bit of gas. Matter of fact, get the dashboard here and we'll see. Well, right now, what you're seeing is pretty much how fast they're going, what gear they're in, and how much throttle they're laying down. So you can watch a lot right here, 3/4 throttle, trying to get it to the bottom. He barely is. It's hard to say right now. I don't know if the car's hurt too bad. 4 to 16, or if he's just trying to save fuel, but regardless of the fact, bleeding time left and right. But right now, it's Paisley Widget has opened up a 1.2 second lead over Hernandez. Logan Pug, Mike Hauser up to 4th. Ben Kennert, your top 5. Ward, Jazz Hadaway, Mike Nitty, Josh Henderson, Ty Mosley, your top 10. Travis Farmer, Cade Cannon, Robert Will Hoyt, Jason Williams, and Joe White, your top 15. Hadaway, Lyota, Siders, Fisher, and Stephen Henning Jr., 20th. Holloman and Tyler Stone, the top 22. Tyler Stone, 1 lap down. Right now, lap leaders, only 4 different lead changes. Colton Ward led 4 laps earlier. Cade Cannon led 7. Paisley Widget right now working on leading the most laps. Logan Pug led 14. Right now they run 3rd, 1st, 12th, and 6th. Well, right now, big hornet's nest. Ben Kennard off the wall a little bit. Jackson Hadaway side by side with Mike Nitty Jr. and Ty Mosley. Honing Nitty down just a little bit. Right now, Colton Ward. Right now, in pursuit of Mike Hauser, who is now up to the 4th spot. Right on board with the 43. for Mike Hauser. Trying to get second away from the 0-1. Bobby Holloman in, Robert Will Hoyt in, Hot Shot Henderson all in this time. All right, so right now we're seeing green flag pit stops starting to happen. So the question is, for the final four, how long do you go? Well, Josh Henderson, of course, was out there earlier in the going. Unsure if these are unofficial green flag pit stops. Right now, Ward way up to the top side of the racetrack. The 0-1 with a big head of steam. Ward around the 43. Colton Ward back out front. Unsure what happened to Mike Hauser, but good God almighty. Ward into the wall a little bit. He's fine. Right now, Will Hoyt and Henderson in, Tyler Stone, Bobby Hollyman in this time as well. Well, best 5 for 5 now that we're into this really long run. It is Cade Cannon, Elijah Fisher, as a matter of fact. Wait a second, wrong overlay. That's the best laps. So Cannon still holds on to that marker. Now the fastest 5 for 5. Tyler Stone, Pacey Widget, Colt Warren, Mike Nitty, and now Mike Hauser, 38.484 for Hauser. So I think we're seeing that this could very well play into Mike Hauser's hands. Got one driver in the pits this time. Logan Puggins. Joe White. Alright, now this is big. Is that the end of a 45 lap run for the 0-1 who has been inside the top 5 all night. So right now, well, Pacey White, Colton Ward more than likely going to go. Hernandez is in, along with Cade Cannon and Jason Williams. Alright, so 46 is the limit, the way it would appear. For some. Around 45 is when it'll start. Josh Anderson looks to unlap himself. Right now, 14 drivers yet to pit, all the way down to Stephen Henning Jr. in the 14th spot. Ward and Hauser still fighting for this Championship 4. As far as who wants to lead it right now, Travis Farmer. Right now running in the 8th spot. Elijah Fisher up to 12th and gaining some spots under this pit cycle. Travis Farmer's in. The first of the final 4 drivers. Along with Bobby Hadaway. Chris Loda in as well. All right, so 4-tire stop for Travis Farmer. He is down and away. Cade Cannon in. Elijah Fisher. And there is damage to the right side of that car, so maybe he has been fighting some EO handling issues tonight. Fisher going to take right sides. They're going to draw it to Jack. So Fisher a little bit extra time in the pits. Down and away. We'll see how much if that will cost him or not. But right now, the final 4 waiting on Mike Hauser and Colton Ward to make their pit stops. Right now, still battling for the 3rd spot and the top spot in this championship. Pacey Widget, the leader, is in. Will Hoyt cutting traffic. Hauser and Ward stay out. Then Canardian. All right, Mike Hauser. Surrender 2nd. All right, Hauser went 53. Fisher went 52. Travis Farmer right now. $50. Ward still stays out. And he'll stay on another lap. Ty Mosley in the pits. All right, so Ward is in. Right now, the final 4. Ward being in, Hauser 9th. Elijah Fisher stuck 1 lap down in 21st. Travis Farmer, trying to find him on the screen up here, right now 6th. Ward taking right sides. So Ward down and away. He'll come out ninth. And for the first time tonight, and really, this will make that at some point in the race, no matter how short, all four, the final four, have led the other. With Travis Farmer now in control of this championship. Oh, 7-lap difference on tires, so we're going to see how big tires matter. Right now, Mike Hauser on a 3-lap run. All right, so Elijah Fisher, 4 seconds. And those 4 extra seconds, 4 to 16. That's why he's in 21st. Logan Pug. Something's happened. Look and see. Oh! No caution yet. What happened? Oh, he just lost it all by himself. And impacts the inside retaining wall. Only a single car crash, so the 0-1 done for the night. It's a shame too. Had a fast car. It's had a fast car last 3 weeks, but he will look to season 3, and he will look into the Inspire 250. Right now, Hotshot Henderson in control of this race. Right now, 8.8 seconds to Pacey Widget, who is slowly coming. Folks, do not turn your dial away. We'll be right back. You're watching the Inspired Cup Series Final 4. We will be right back. back live from Homestead Miami Speedway. And right now, Colton Ward trying to run down Mike Hauser. Well, right now that is for second overall. Travis Farmer right now, the prime candidate for the championship, but right now the final four run 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 20th. And the Raging Idiot Racing Network sponsor for tonight, the Voodoo Rangers, the perfect vector of alcohol. Again, one of my sponsors, not Inspired. Inspired sponsor, not Inspired Marketing. Of course, the proud title sponsor of the Inspired Cup Series. Caution! Jackson Attaway. Ben Canert meatball flag. Kate Cannon meatball flag. This will be the break Elijah Fisher needed. For Jackson Attaway, it'll be night done for the season. Well, let's see what happened. Then we've had... Says it hard under Cannon and they come together. Bam! And for Kate Cannon, it'll be night done as well. Right on board. Right on board with Kate Cannon through this. Next on board, Ben Canert for Zero Delta Racing. And it will not be the night that Canert planned to have to end the season. So you can't get away with Jackson Attaway. Well, not being a night that Jackson Attaway wanted to end the season. You got a copy, Jackson?
I got you.
Well, not the way you wanted your night to end. Take us through what you feel like happened between you and the 9.
Had the strategy planned out. Way faster than these guys in front of me. Just caught him, and I got inside of Cade, and he just thought we were at a drafting track, so got right hooked because he tried to side draft me, so that was fun. But yeah, another race wrecked. Yeah, let's carry this next season.
Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out. Look forward to seeing you in Daytona.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Two sides to the story. Kate Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. First off, can the car get back out there and turn a few laps?
We got 8 minutes. We'll be fine. We'll be back out there.
Well, take us through what happened, Jackson. A little upset over the radio, or a little upset in his interview. Take us through your perspective of it.
Well, I didn't expect him to full send like he did. Granted, I didn't know. I didn't realize it till too late that he did have a little bit better tires. But I saw him come in, and I was like, okay, we're fine. And I think I just kind of tried to slide down the side draft and try to just keep that position. And I want to say he came up just a tiny inch, but I know for a fact I came down way more, and I just barely got stuck his corner panel once I got stuck to it. No matter what I tried to do to get off him, I just wheel was stuck, and once I saw him start going to the right, I was like, I'm killing both of us, unfortunately.
Well, buddy, real quick as we get ready to go back with Hot Shot Henderson, the leader, how will you look back on this season? What are some of the takeaways that you'll take out of this season and go forward next season?
That we are one of the fastest week in, week out, and that we are definitely, I feel like, grew a lot more than we did season 1. We were able to get that, not only just our first win, we were able to end up with 2 wins in the season, so that felt nice to do, and hopefully, you know, next season I can end up just building off of that, as in, because there was last season I got so close so many times, I felt like I couldn't pull it off. To finally be able to pull off this time, I felt like, you know, next season we can build off what we got this season. We shall see what we can do with it.
All right, buddy. Hell of a job this year. Hell of a job tonight. Look forward to seeing you in Daytona.
Thank you.
Caution. Elijah Fisher involved in this. And meatball flag 40-16. And for the second straight year in a row. Oh, that's big damage. Tyler Stone involved in this as well. Robert Wilhoit involved in this. And for the second straight year in a row, Elijah Fisher. Championship hopes will be dashed. Let's see what happened. Oh! Alright, now this is the big one. What happens? So Joe White and Will Hoyt come together. Hernandez is involved in this. And there you see Elijah Fisher hard off of Joe White's machine. Right. Alright, here we go. We'll get a good look at it here. Just gets loose into Will Hoyt. Chris Lauda gets a part of this. Stone sends him around, and there you have Elijah Fisher. An innocent bystander in this one. Man. Right on board with 16. Tyler Stone, his final run with Inspired Motorsports will end not the way he had envisioned it. Right on board with him through this. Just gets the apron, steps out from under him. Stone helps him around, and then from there, Stone gets a piece of this. Man. Well, this championship just got dumped on his head. You can't go over with Joseph White. Joseph White, Gary James up here, broadcast booth, got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Well, it will not be a night that I believe the 83 wanted to have a strong run up to that point. Take us through what happened entering 3 from your perspective.
Just trying to stay off the cars around me, and started to get a little sideways, lose a little grip in the rear. I thought I had more grip than that, and just caught the apron and just lost it.
Well, buddy, of course, the car, even though it took a couple of decent shots, is there a possibility to get the 83 back out, turn some laps, and try to end the season on a strong note before heading to Daytona in a few short weeks?
Absolutely. Prayers are done, and I'm headed out.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck from here on out.
Appreciate it.
Yep. An interview that part of me was hoping I did not have to do this early, but before that, we'll re-rack it. Colton Ward, Hotshot Harrison, Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, Mike Nitty Jr. the top 5. Lyotta, Hadaway, Williams, Hennig, and Sider your top 10. Right now, it will go down to the final 3. Ward, Hauser, Farmer brings us down. We are rolling again from Homestead. Elijah Fisher has been checked and released from the Infield Medical Center. Elijah Fisher, buddy, I did not expect to be doing this soon. First off, are you all right? Try this one more time. Elijah Fisher, Gary James up here, broadcast boo guy, copy buddy. Oh, Stephen Hart off the wall. Try to get where Elijah Fisher, let him collect his thoughts. A moment, meanwhile, Stephen Hennig Jr. Whew. That was close. At the front, Mike Hauser, with 78 to go, leads the final 3 as they are 1, 2, 3. Josh Harrison trying to play a factor in this. All right now. See, Farmer to the outside. Colton looks to the outside. Hauser blocks it. .76 to go. If you just joined us, 2 cautions already to start tonight. Right now, Mike Hauser, your leader. 2 cautions, of course, 7 lead changes. And right now, it has gone from the final 4 to the final 3. In a shocking turn of events. Elijah Fisher involved in the most recent caution of the night. His night and his championship done. Big slide for Bobby Hadaway off of 2 for the 6th spot. Right now, giving to Mike Hauser. He's doing everything he can to hold on against 2 of the fastest guys and Inspired. Farmer way up the outside lane. Going to try to get a run off the corner. Hauser blocks it. Right now, Travis Farmer to the bottom of Mike Hauser. Farmer to the top spot. Josh Henderson and Chris Loda both. Loda trying to help his teammate Hauser any way he can. Right now, Travis Farmer. And no disrespect to Farmer by any means, but I personally think a couple of us have ruled him as a dark horse coming into tonight for the Final Four. It's been a very quiet year, other than the 2 wins for the 13. But right now, showing that he's not an afterthought. And right now, Josh Henderson to the bottom. Henderson wants to lead back at Phoenix, and he'll take it. Stephen Henning Jr. up to the 6th spot. Battling Colt Ward. Hauser down to the bottom. Him and Lyle's going to switch. Box Ward in. Right now, final 3, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. For Colton Ward, trying to run down Mike Hauser. Right now, Hotshot Harrison has gotten away to a 2nd lead. Macy Widget coming on the inside of Chris Loda. Ward all over the back bumper of Hauser. Macy Widget starting to make his presence known underneath Farmer. For the championship spot again. Colton Ward to the outside of Hauser. With 63 to go. Hauser fires back to the bottom again. Hauser will slip up and give the ground away. Colton Ward right back to the top spot. Pacey Widget occupies third. Josh Harrison scooting away with the race lead. Out to 1.3 seconds. Well, Widget up to second. Right now, Colton Ward falling right into his tire tracks and trying to get away from Mike Hauser and Travis Farmer. Well, Pacey has ran down Josh Henderson half a second, as has Ward and Hauser. Well, Pacey all over Hotshot Henderson. Take the top four, throw him under a blanket. Travis Farmer has slid back to 2.1 seconds. For the lead, Pacey Widget. He'll get it around Henderson. Henderson going to drive fire back on the outside. Not quite able to get it done. Harrison off the wall. Big run nonetheless. Side by side for the lead. Mike Hauser, Jackson Hadaway, goes a lap down. And Colton Ward slammed the door on Hauser. Said, excuse me a minute. Not letting Pacey slip away quite yet. You still take the top 4 and throw them under a blanket near about. But Hotshot Henderson starting to fall back also slightly. For the race slowly starting to tick away the final 52 laps. Well, Will Hoyt back out onto the racetrack. 15 laps down. Kate Cannon back out 10 down. Stephen Henning Jr., Matt Siders in the pits. Oh, Bobby Holland. Holloman. Meatball flag. Caution out. This will be at the end of a 37-lap run. Bobby making his debut tonight for the Cup Series. Was 2 laps down at the time, and looks like it'll be night done in terminal. 4 to 41. Oh! That was a bad shot to the outside wall. See what happened in the middle of Chris Laota. Him and Bobby Hadaway come together, and the 41 big time into the wall. You know, the field coming in this time. Well, Pacey wins the race off pit road. Mike Hauser, Colton Ward, Hotshot Henderson, Travis Farmer in the top 5. With everybody taking 4 tires under this caution. Elias Fisher back out onto the racetrack. However, his hopes of a championship is over. He's made the most repairs, 21 minutes. Robert Will Hoyt, 9 minutes. Kate Kennan, 9 minutes. Joe White, 2 minutes. Jason Hadaway Hernandez, a minute. And for Hernandez, 41 seconds. All right. All right. Pacey Widget, Mike Hauser, Josh Harrison, Colton Ward, Transformer, top 5. Mosey Loud, Mike Nitty Jr., Jason Williams, Bobby Hadaway, the top 10. Mike Hauser in control of the championship. The final 3, all on the bottom. We're rolling again. Pacey with a good start. Mike Hauser not able to get away from Ward quite like he wanted to. However, they separate themselves from Farmer. Keep it straight. Mike Hauser for the lead on Pacey. Going ahead to position, coming off of 2. Pacey bows back to the outside. Ward leaves Hauser on the bottom. Give me 1 second here, folks. Colton Ward around Pacey for the lead. Hauser is sent Bobby Hadaway hard off the wall. Bobby Hadaway meatball flag, night done. 40-88 after a strong run. Right now it is Colton Ward, Mike Hauser. The front 2. Pacey drops back to 3rd. Travis Farmer on the outside. Trying to keep up with the top 2 of the championship. Farmer big time loose. Here comes Cannon. Right back on the outside. Cannon 10 laps down to Elijah 33. Both trying to make something of themselves and finish off this season strong. Give Travis Farmer props. He has hung right with him and has took the battle to Hauser and Ward. Hauser dives to the bottom. He's going to look under Colton Ward again. Ward's going to use the middle. Chris Loda coming on the outside. $40 to go. Next time by. Lauda going to look try to split Ward 3 not going to be able to get there. Hauser right back down to the bottom. Falcon Motorsports going to split Colton 3. Not quite yet. Travis Farmer right now running fourth. Lyota trying to help his teammate. Ward's going to shut the door on Hauser. All right, so Mike's going to blend behind Lyota. Lyota teammate. Oh! He's going to get into Ward. I save it. He tried to send it. Didn't quite work. None that cost Mike Hauser even more time. Ward able to get out to just over a second lead. Half a second lead, my mistake. Well, Ward able to, or Hauser able to come right back. Okay, Cannon right now. Not for position. Hauser to the bottom again. Mike Hauser refusing to be denied. Pacey right down to the bottom, 3 wide. Cannon into the wall. Pacey going to warn that third lane. They're going to put Ward 3 again. So Pacey right back to the top spot. I'll tell you, I don't think Colton Ward expecting Mike Hauser or Travis Foreman to really give him the fight tonight, but I'll be damned if they're doing everything in their power. "32 laps to go, gonna be 31 at the line." 30 to go. 30 more chances for Mike Hauser or Travis Farmer or Colt Ward to try to seal this championship. Elijah Fisher in the pits. Alright, Ward way up to the racetrack again. Hauser working the bottom along with Farmer. .26 to go. Well, Mike Hauser going to throw it to the outside. The championship lead changes again. Caution. Joseph White, meatball flag. That car was already damaged in an earlier incident. See what happens. Oh, big net code. And hard into the wall. And that'll end the night, 40-83. Well, 25 lap shootout to decide it all. Folks, no matter what is said at the end of this, and whoever walks out the champion, these three remaining drivers. But you know what? I'll shoot it. I'll shoot some credit. Elijah Fisher has put up a hell of a year this year. 2 wins, including back-to-back in Indianapolis. Elijah has had another strong year. Just tonight it does not pan out. And as for the other 3, Ward, Hauser, and Farmer, no matter what happens, only one can take away the championship. But all 3 have put up the fight of their life. I believe Colt Ward, he will edge out Mike Hauser. What in the world did Ty Mosley do? He just he took 2 tires. Data's still a little bit off here. Here, Yeah, that or he took no fuel. Fisher will take the wave around, get one of his laps back, be 35 down. All right. Ty Mosley at the front of the field. Pacey Widget, Ward, Hauser, and Henderson. The top 5. 22 laps in the season. We're back green. Side by side for the title. Ward, Hauser. Mike's going to be able to drive off the corner. 22 to go. Going to slide in front of the 43. Ward goes lower. Pacey for the lead on Ty Mosley. Not quite able to get it done yet. Meanwhile, Travis Farmer looks 3 wide. Gets the door shut. 21 to go. Oh, Henderson! Saves it. Maybe. He does save it, but the night is done. As far as a good finish goes for Hot Shot Henderson for right now. We stay green. Widget to the bottom. Hauser 3. Hauser loose off of 4. Mosley putting up a hell of a fight, taking it to Pacey. But right now, Mike Hauser, Colt Ward, still side by side. Well, these two. Travis Farmer doing everything he can to stay with him. Don't count Farmer out yet. Ward down to the bottom. It's going to get around. Going to try to get around Mosley. Hauser's going to be stuck in the middle lane. Boxed in. Ward back to the top spot. 18 to go. Nitty Jr. looking to take Hauser 3. Not going to be able to do it yet. Mosley gets clear. And what does he do? Drops right back down to the bottom of Colt Ward. Well, Ty's here to win this race. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what he's here to do. Blink on Hauser's part. Ward battles hard on the outside lane. Ward back up to second. Side by side for third between Mosley and Hauser. Ward to the inside of Pacey now. 16 to go. Right now, Ward bought him some relief, just a little bit. Well, and he goes right to the bottom with it. $14 to go. Time running out. Hauser going to send in 3 again. $12 to go. Oh, you see the gap. There you see it. This time Ward, Hauser actually this last lap, a tenth slower. Has Mike Hauser used up everything to try to keep Colt Ward from winning this championship. We'll see it one more time here. That time Hauser's just a little bit slower. All right, Hauser fastest to the sector 1, the first half of the racetrack. All right, so Hauser gives up just about as much time as he gains in the second half. Hauser down to the bottom, seeing Travis Farmer, knows he has to defend it. All right, Hauser. Faster again in sector 1 as Colton Ward goes to the back bumper of Pacey Widget. Caution! Hot shot Henderson and Hernandez. Henderson doing celebratory burnouts. Nine laps to go. Oh my. See what? Oh! Goodness. Oh, what a shot. Big Jr. in the middle of 3 wide. They come together. Steven. Oh, good. Ooh, that hurts my ribs. Oh, so Hernandez gives the bumper to Steven Henning Jr. Get a good look at it from Hotshot Henderson's on board. All right, this race off of pit road. The most important pit stop. Pacey Widget, what in the world? Oh, Mike Hauser. All right. So they might take the gamble. Okay, it will be Hauser and Ward and Travis Farmer. 1, 2, 3. Mike Hauser, 9.8 stop. Try this thing in here. Alright, well, Ward's 14-second stop to Hauser's 9.8. We're going to assume Mike Hauser took 2 tires. Folks, this is going to be something. The final 3, starting 1, 2, 3. Alright. This is it. The most important 5 laps left of the season. Ward, Hauser, Farmer, we're rolling again. Isn't enough. Hauser able to get... Oh, Ward! Something's wrong with Ward! That might be all she wrote. Going Ward still falling back. 4 to go. Travis Farmer doesn't have anything left. 3 more chances. Nitty to the bottom. Hauser blinking. Three to go. Farmer's there. He's got it down to 5/10. Hauser right now, he is watching Mike Nitty Jr. like a hawk. Two laps to go. Mike gonna look to the outside. The Mike and Mike show off of 2 again. This time Nitty with a hell of a run. Hauser blocks it. Nitty to the inside of Hauser for the lead. Again, the Mike and Mike show. Farmer closing. Now Mike needs to not worry about winning this race. White flag. 1 to go. Travis Farmer is there. Farmer is there. Off of 2. Wherever Mike goes, the 13 will not. Mike's going down to the bottom. Going to look to the outside. Travis Farmer. One last gasp. It will not be enough. Mike Nitty Jr. wins the race, and Mike Hauser is the Season 2 Cup Series champion. For Travis Farmer and Colt Ward and Elijah Fisher, they gave it every last bit they had. But tonight, it is Mike Hauser celebrating in Miami. Congratulations in order to Mike Nitty Jr. will claim the regular season, or will claim the season finale, the winner. But Mike Hauser I'm going to let him get time to collect his thoughts. Well, even though Colton, I don't know what the miss that was on the 42. But Hauser took the fight to Colton, I think, better than anybody has all season. Stayed right with Colton, did not let him get away. It's Travis Farmer neither. Tonight's win is brought to you by Inspire Marketing. And Mike Hauser. Well, we're finally going to get that All-Star Special in the best way possible. The Mike Hauser Special, whatever he calls it. Hey, he finally blew it. Give him a minute to compose himself. There's going to be a party tonight, buddy. Mike Hauser will take forward to a championship. Let's get his thoughts. Mike Hauser, welcome to the top of the mountain.
Garrett, I owe you a case of beer, buddy.
You
We
damn
got
right.
it. We got the championship. Oh my God.
Take us through the night. The first opening 30 laps, that long run. The longer the run went on, the 43 started to come to life. And then take me through the remainder of the night. Having to fight, not just. Really having to fight the other three left, or the other two left in it, and Colt Ward, Travis Farmer for the last half of this race. When did you realize the 43 could take this away from Colt Ward and Travis Farmer?
Honestly, like you said, on that first long run there, like I got by Colton eventually, and I'm sorry, I'm coughing, I'm out of breath, but there I just felt like we had such a good car, long run car, and oh my God, I don't think I've ever had a car this good. Like it, I mean, like I said, I knew we were going to be a force to be reckoned with tonight, but just on that long run, we felt so good. The car was great. We were so fast, and I mean, unfortunately, there weren't a lot of long runs, but I was able to hold my own and stay with Colton and Pacey there, and I was just trying to buy my time, and honestly, I was having so much fun racing Colton and Travis and Pacey and everyone there, and I was just trying not to, overdo it or kill the car or anything like that. And I still gave it my all. I gave it everything I could there. And unfortunately, it came down to like a late race caution. And I said, I'm going to have to try to take 2 tires here. And it worked, I guess. I mean, it wasn't, we didn't get the race win, but we were so damn close. And I was thinking bigger picture there. So hats off to Mike Nittany for getting the win there. I didn't want to like race super hard for it. I wanted to race as hard as I could, but nothing that would jeopardize the championship, because I know I had Travis there. I don't care what he says. He was still breathing down my neck there. He was on me like a wild dog. So I was having a bunch of fun racing him. I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. Like, obviously you want to be confident and say like, yeah, I deserve this. I can do this, but I almost didn't see myself here right now. Like I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to champion next to my name. So
You told me last year at the end of it, very heartbroken to say the least, you asked if you can just get back here, you would do it all different again. You got back here. And really, I know it ain't setting. It's going to set in, buddy. Believe me, it's going to set in about the next 30 to 45 minutes. But, yeah, we're able to get back to the mountaintop. Be honest with me. How much pressure was there walking into tonight from last Monday to now?
I felt like there was a lot, like I said, we gave up the win at Darlington. I felt like, Colton was lights out fast, but we lost Darlington. I'm like, we're in the championship 4 though, bigger picture. We're in the championship 4. And like I said, I'm like, we're going to go win this thing. We're going to go do what we can to win it. Didn't get the race win, but we got the win that mattered the most. And that's like you said, being on top of the mountain. But like I said, a lot of pressure going into it, but oddly enough, once the race started, like, I was calm. Normally at the start of races, I'm not very calm. I'm very jittery. I'm very anxious. And I've been learning a lot to deal with that in the car and deal with being out front and having a lot of pressure on me. Like I said, having Mike Nittany run me down, having Colton running me down, trying not to lose sight of the bigger picture there. Like when we were racing some of the cars on older tires, like Colton was positioning himself really well to kind of get me in some dirty air, and just to not lose my cool there, just to hang in there and do what we had to do. A lot of pressure, but I feel like that was a lot of growth there. I feel like I came out better. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to next season a lot. It's going to be great being the champions going into it, but it's just such a huge confidence builder.
Well, Mike, a hell of a year, hell of a season. The last question I got before I let you head out of here tonight. Anybody need a shout out or thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, this might be a long list. I'm sorry. I've got so many people to thank. There's so many people that helped me get to where I am.
I'm looking at the side of the car right now. I see about 15 right there. Not to mention what's on the deck lid. God damn, excuse me. By God, we're going to Waffle House.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Case of beer, Waffle House, buddy. God, I can't imagine better. Throw Voodoo Rangers in there, and it will be a party.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for doing the broadcast. I can't wait to go back and watch some of those ones. It was crazy in the car. I can't wait to see how excited you were getting. I mean, I had to be exciting to watch that.
Yeah, if I had a voice to get excited over.
So I want to thank you. I want to thank Elijah and Chris and everybody at Falcon Motorsports for being here for me tonight. And it didn't work out for Elijah. He got damaged early on and got in the wreck. But thank them for being great teammates and doing everything they could to help me out at the end there, just by giving me information and being so, just being there to support me. And it really means a lot. And I just want to thank all my competitors. There were a couple guys saying, we want you to win. You're my guy. And that really means a lot to hear that, to hear someone that you compete against saying, I want you to win it. I want, so Jason Williams, all the H&W boys, they were all telling me, they said they want me to go for it. And I went for it there. I want to thank everyone watching. Have a couple fans. My friend Laz is blowing up my phone right now as we speak. Kenzie,
He's
Austin, my friend, Nick West. He started watching. He's a good friend of Josh Henderson, so he's always been sending me texts after these races, just giving me an attaboy, and it really means a lot to me. So I just want to thank everybody, honestly, everybody in the league, and I'm really looking forward to next season. You might see the best Mike Hauser you've ever seen next season. I don't want to go jinx it, but I think we're going to be really good next season, especially with a new format. I cannot wait. So thank you again, everybody.
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next time we go live and you see Mike Hauser, he will be the reigning and defending Inspired Cup Series champion. Hell of a year, hell of a season. Look forward to seeing you at Daytona.
Thank you so much, Garrett. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. All right, final couple more drivers for the Final Four. Colton Ward, unfortunately, will not be available for an interview, but a hell of a year for Colton nonetheless. Let's get the winner of the race. Mike Nitty Jr., Garrett Jennings up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, I got to say. A hell of a freaking run tonight. Take me through them closing laps. You knew what was on the line for the three drivers racing for the championship. How'd you balance that while trying to get this win tonight?
Well, coming to the green there, it was helpful being behind the leader. I kind of tried giving him a bump at the in the restart zone and try to get us our line going first. And I feel like I stayed pretty strong on that middle line through turn 1 and 2, and then fell back a little bit. But once the 0-0 kind of got loose, and I think it was a 0-0 got loose and kind of got up out of the way, it was basically me in the 43 at that point. And yeah, I had been saving tire all night trying to manage the equipment, and with 6 laps to go there, I wasn't going to hold back. So dialed some front brake bias into it and tried getting her to stick to the bottom, and it seemed to work out for me. So congratulations to Mike on his championship, and yeah, it was a great race tonight.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you these last 2 questions, then I'll let you head out for a night, celebrate the win. How is this going to be a confidence booster going into next season, as you will try to add your name to the 10 drivers racing for the playoffs next season?
Yeah, absolute great confidence booster. To be honest, this is like, I think maybe my 5th or 6th race ever racing this car too. So I think it's similar to the Xfinity car, which I've driven plenty. Just trying to manage the rear tires on the thing and not getting loose and burning them up in the rears. So definitely more comfortable than I was at my first race at Richmond, that's for sure.
Well, buddy, last question I got. You'll quit the more you win and get top 3s, or hell, if you just want an interview for the hell of it, then you'll get used to this last question ending all interviews. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'd always want to thank the wife for letting me do this. It's the races are always around bedtime with the kids, and I can't thank her enough for letting me do this. And yeah, she deals with a lot with them at night, so it's nice to be able to get a win, and I'll be all excited going upstairs and letting her know that. But and then just want to say thanks to for Ty for letting me Ty Mosley for letting me know about the league, and yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
All right, buddy. For Mike Nitty Jr., he will end tonight the race winner, and he will turn his attention now to the biggest race that Inspired next to tonight, the Inspired 250 live from Daytona in a few short weeks. Mike, hell of a job tonight. We look forward to seeing you at Daytona.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too, buddy. All right, now we got to decipher this. Well, Travis Farmer at the end of the night gave one final Hail Mary. Travis, What more did you need at the end?
I'm not sure, man. I was trying. I was pushing all I could. I got my tires a little hot, I think. But I'm really happy with that, man. That was an excellent race. I enjoyed it.
Came into tonight 2 wins of the season, but I feel like in some people's eyes, possibly the dark horse in all this, it was a struggle early on for the 13, but as the race went on, where did you find the speed to be able to take it to the 43 and the 42 in the closing laps?
Well, I think I was just braking too soon in the turn, in the entrance. I think that's what it was. Cause after I started, waiting a little later, I started catching them. But there's just nothing I could do against Mike. He's the man, dude.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, do you feel like going in next season, can we see Travis Farmer right back in this position again to try and return to next year will be Phoenix, but try to climb the mountain again and get the job done, because now there's a trend. The driver who finishes second 1 year has gone on to now win the championship. Hauser last year, second to Shane Har, and now you will be second in the points. Where's the confidence level next year for Travis Farmer?
It's pretty high. It's pretty high. I mean, I'm feeling good about it, especially joining the new team, joining Logic Falcon Motorsports, I believe it is. But yeah, I think we're going to do good next season. I'm really looking forward to it, working with those guys.
Well, buddy, my last 2 questions I got for you. I know you're tired as hell. It's been a hard-fought night for Travis Farmer. My last 2 questions. First off, how will you look back at the year in season 2? What will be some of the things you can take away from it on a positive note? And what are some of the things you can also take out from it that you can take into next season?
I'm not sure, really. I mean, I just had a blast, man. It was fun. I learned a lot this season, racing with everybody. And I don't know. We're confident for next season. I am anyway. But we'll see how it turns out.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. I like to thank you for the awesome job you do here. Broadcasting is very entertaining. I really enjoy watching it. And the league let me race with them and my family, man.
All right, buddy. Travis Farmer will come home third tonight in the race and will have to settle for second tonight in the championship from Miami. Travis, hell of a job all year. Look forward to seeing you in Daytona.
Thank you, man.
Yes,
you
sir.
have a good one, buddy.
Yes, sir. Well, it will not be the night that Elijah Fisher planned on having for the Final Four, but will walk out if you're a team motor champion. Take us to the night for the 16.
Dude, felt like we were Carl Edwards 2016, man. Just couldn't catch a break out there, but that's part of racing. Sometimes you go in there and you're not always gonna win them all, and it's all good. I mean, like I said earlier, to be able to be contending with these guys for a championship it's a feat that had to be earned as well. So I'm just absolutely honored to even be in the position we were, and we had a really good season. Just had to close it off a little bit better at the end, but it's just things to build the notebook.
As we go into we're rolling into Daytona a few short weeks away. I'll ask you this: 2 years in a row, unfortunately, 2 years in a row of having to sit on the not quite the sidelines, so to speak, but we go into next season. I will give you my personally honest opinion of next season. It looks like it's going to be one of the most difficult seasons to date. Just looking at some of the new stuff. Heartbreaker tonight. What can you take out of this season and tonight into season 3? And ultimately, how do you look back on season 2 from a whole back-to-back Indy Brickyard champion to another win to the regular season points and led the points just about all the way up into tonight. How do you look back on this season?
Well, I know. I mean, you keep using the word unfortunate, but I feel very fortunate to have this league, and just to be able to have the amount of support that we've had, all season long. Falcon Motorsports has just worked really hard. I'm so happy for Mike. I'm so proud of that guy. He almost get emotional saying it. It's been a good ride working with him. We're gonna miss him a lot back at the shop when he moves on to the next adventure. But I feel very fortunate to be in the position, and it's tough because we go in here every week putting a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work, and it's tough seeing it go that way. But it's just having the friends and family and a lot of people supporting this league that I have. I feel like we're in a really good opportunity to be able to contend again for another title. And it's the grueling effort and the heartbreaks is what shapes people. And I've been very fortunate, at least in my life, to be able to have somebody like my mom, even happy birthday to her too, who's been able to raise me into the mindset. It's the stuff you got to take to heart and move on from. And it's tough, but I'm not even crying about that. I'm just proud of this team and everything we've accomplished, because it might not be my title, but it's going to another guy I've worked side by side with, and just being able to hear that passion out of him tonight and everything is that's just what's going to keep us moving forward. And yeah, I'm fortunate to be able to be in this position. So I'm just proud of what we've accomplished, and back-to-back Final Fours and wins every season so far. So I'm happy with that. I will be. I can't even think of the name. I've already said so many words. I ran out.
Buddy, last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I have to thank you for broadcasting every week. You put on a show for the fans, and I know a lot of people love hearing your voice, and you're an awesome commentator, Garrett. I love having you up here. I got to thank all the admins, everybody who's been present for this whole season, everybody in the background that's been putting work together, Teresa, Aaron, Matt, Mike, Chris, Mad, Joseph, Robert. If there's anybody I missed, I apologize, but you guys have been absolutely on. I can't even talk, man. Absolutely wonderful this whole season. Thank you for putting it on. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Racing's going to be more intense than before, and there's something good about a new season. There's just something good about it,
Oh yeah,
I
know for a fact.
I'm just moving the page in the book, man. That's all we're doing.
Good God Almighty! I'm looking at this schedule now. Good God Almighty, there's some wild cards. But with that being said, we'll worry about that when it comes April 20th for the Clash at New Smyrna. Elijah Fisher, a hell of a season, hell of a job tonight. Hate that it came just a few laps too soon, but nonetheless, look forward to seeing you in Florida in a few weeks.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ty Mosley, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. It was a hell of a night and a gutsy call at the end for the 21 to take 4 tires, no fuel. Take us to the night for the 21.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for pulling me up here. 7th place finish. Not exactly how we wanted to end off the year. Car just felt kind of dead all night. I was kind of putting around, dropped way back on the first run. Was trying to save the tire, but tire wear wasn't too much of a factor. I was like, you know what? Let's take 2 tires and lead a couple of laps there at the end. And it actually drove better on the 2 tires than it did on the 4 tires. But more floaty, a little bit looser in the rear, more like a Gen 4 how I like to drive them. So I guess we're gonna take what we learned tonight. Got to get better at the 1.5 miles. That's been a weak point so far. Carry it off into next year. I mean, great championship drive for Mike Hauser to get it done, and my boy Mike Nitti Jr. got the win here tonight. That's awesome for him. It's his third race in Inspired, I believe, in the Cup Series. Hopefully he'll be back next year. And I guess I'm just going to be gearing up over the off season, getting a new number because somebody's taking the 21, so we'll see how that goes. And gear up over the off season and hopefully make a championship run next year, you know?
Well, buddy, it was an eventful, well, last few races for you, to say the least.
3 DNFs.
Yeah, really.
Back to back to back.
That being said, next season, buddy, it looks hard as hell to. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not gonna say it today though, but it looks hard as hell to try to just make a run at the top 10 in the points to try to make the playoffs. But overall, where will the confidence level be for Ty Mosley walking into next season?
I'm fairly confident if we make all the races. I don't think we're gonna win any. I'm not the type of guy that gets a lot of race wins. I get a lot of top 10s, top 5s, so they'll be good in the points. I think, at least from what I've heard from other people, they've been saying I'm pretty quick. Personally, I don't believe it. I'm not really that confident in myself about being quick, but I think I'll be good enough to make top 10 in points. People have been saying I'll be pretty good, and I think I can make a legitimate run at the championship or at least top 4 in points next year.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job. Nonetheless, last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Got no sponsors yet, but I do want to thank I guess I want to shout out Mike Nitty for getting the win tonight. It was a great drive from him. Logan was great helping us out in practice with the qualifying lines and stuff. It's a shame what happened to him during the race, but I obviously want to shout out my parents for letting me do this stuff and being out here for next year, and I'm excited to get it going next year.
All right.
That's really it.
All right, buddy. At the end of the night, Ty Mosley will come home 7th from Homestead. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
You too. Adios. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. Well, folks, I'll get to my little thinking here in a few short seconds, but first, final results for tonight go as follows. It will be in a night that Mike Hauser took it to Colton Ward, Travis Farmer, and Elijah Fisher and walked out on top. Mike Nitty Jr., your overall race winner tonight. Mike Hauser, the Season 2 champion. Travis Farmer, 3rd in the race, 2nd in the points. Pacey Widget, Matt Siders, Colton Ward. Heartbreaker, no doubt, for Colton Ward. He'll have to settle for 3rd in championship. Ty Mosley, Jason Williams, Chris Lutta, Josh Anderson in the top 10. Jackson Hathaway, Stephen Henning Jr., Joe White, Thomas Hernandez. A hell of a run for Hernandez will come to an end. 8 laps too soon. Bobby Holloman will roll off 15th. Cade Cannon, Robert Will Hoyt, Bobby Hathaway, the top 18 for tonight. On down through the rest of the field. Elijah Fisher, humbled in defeat tonight. He will come home 19th and 4th in the championship. Tyler Stone, Binkenert, Logan Pug will end the night with 22 drivers taking the green flag. Stanton Hendon leader did not take the green flag. All right. So last but damn sure not least. Okay, guess it's time for my thank yous and applause here. Hell, I'll say it. Had our differences in the past, but tonight does belong to Mike Hauser again. Taking it to arguably 2 of the most consistent guys in Elijah Fisher and Travis Farmer, and the most winningest driver right now and inspired to Colton Ward to avenge the 2nd place loss last year. So congratulations to Mike Hauser. Hell of a job to the Final Four, and I will say this. Hell of a job to the drivers, the playoff drivers. from 1st to 10th. And this playoffs really did set the bar. A lot of action, a lot of high intense moments, a lot of ups and downs, twists and turns to tonight. So it's a big shout out to the Final Four and to the top 10 in the points, and a shout out to the drivers in Inspired. A little rough at the middle way of the season, but we got through it once the playoffs started. Everybody showed what they can do in a way, and it was one of the most entertaining playoff runs I've ever witnessed. Shout out to Elijah Fisher, Teresa Fisher, happy birthday, by the way, on putting the lead together. It's been a rocky road, but I'll be damned. It's nights like this that you forget all that BS and just enjoy a good race. Wednesday nights for next season still up in the air. Having to weigh a lot of options with that, but rest assured, for the foreseeable future, I will be back for Daytona. And really just celebrating in Florida for 2 weeks. And again, shout out to everybody who tuned into tonight, supported tonight. It's a hell of a way to end the season. And again, congratulations to Mate Hauser, are in order. And with that being said, folks, the next time I see you live for the Inspired Cup Series will be April 20th at New Smyrna. Short track racing clash event. And then the race we'll all be waiting for. Get your tickets to the Inspired 250. You're not going to want to miss it. Josh Henderson looks to go 2 in a row and be the first driver to win 2 Inspired 250 championships. Until then, appreciate everybody watching. Been a hell of a night, and I will see everybody Saturday as we inch closer to the finale in the Thunder Series. Everybody, have a good night, and I will see you then.